CRI, Miami da de suena. Noticias, negocios, el condado, tu ciudad entera. Tu ciudad para.
Back in the office, like we never left, with a special guest that I feel like the whole United world has seen you grow up. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for accepting our invitation, and you said yes. I was actually very nervous because I see you traveling with all these influencers. So
Yeah, no, of course. I always make time to come back to friends, family, and be able to be with them.
so tell me, how's your journey? What inspired you to start in your foundation?
Well, first of all, let me give you a bit of my background. My name is Daniel. I'm 13 years old. I'm the founder of Patriot Kids Foundation. Basically, what really motivated me is that when I was in public schools, I started seeing how my classmates, friends, in my whole school, they started making fun. They started making jokes. They started, a bit shy, but they would do it quietly, making jokes about America, or when we were doing anything patriotic, they would start laughing or making jokes, or, repeating rumors, whatever it was. And I said, this isn't right. I started reading on my own. I started learning on my own. I started watching movies, documentaries, videos, reading books.
How old were you?
That was around, I would say 6, 7 years old.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was still in public schools, and now I'm in online school, but I said, wait, this isn't right, because I had seen what they're teaching us in schools, and now I'm seeing what they really don't teach us, which is the real history of America.
Right.
And so I just said, wait, this isn't right. I told my parents, and we started Patriot Kids Foundation, and that's what our mission is, to teach the children the original intent of our founding fathers.
Oh, nice. When did you start doing your foundation?
We started in 2021.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Oh, and what is your goals for your foundation? How does it aim to help children?
Well, we aim, like I'm saying, to teach them the original intent of our founding fathers. How do we do that? We do that through projects, through events, through social media, videos, through documentaries. What we want to do is just be able to, that children have that feeling of patriotism once again. Right. That they know what our founding fathers actually gave for this nation, what they put on the line for this nation, and that the founding fathers aren't just boring old men in yellow textbooks that are boring in history class. They're actually founding fathers that they weren't old. They were young men, 30 in their 20s. The oldest one was Benjamin Franklin, who was 88, and everyone was below 40 years old. And so, founding fathers aren't what we see today. They were people just like you and me, right? Who worried about the future of this nation. Who were worried about the young children who were growing up, their children, their grandchildren, whoever it was. They were worried about them, and they wanted to make sure that this country would remain free, and that we would be able to decide and be able to be what God had given us the chance to be.
Because you feel like schools are not teaching the right stuff.
No, definitely not.
Oh. But you've been to Cuba before?
No.
You've never been to Cuba? No. So how did all this connect? You told me like you started doing your own studies, your own research, and that's when you noticed that it wasn't the same as what they're showing you in school.
Exactly.
So how old are you now?
I'm 13.
Wow, that's really... And you travel a lot to talk about your foundation.
Yes, yeah.
Where have you been?
We've been nationally, internationally. We went a few years back to CPAC Hungary. We're going again this year in May. I'm going to San Diego, Phoenix, Virginia, all this month. Yeah, we're moving a lot, and it's been an amazing journey. I've learned a lot. I've been able to share a lot of information to young kids, and it's just been an amazing experience.
What has been any challenges have you faced in this work? Have you overcome them? Have you had any problems with your foundation, or you haven't had enough support from the parties, or you don't mind having?
At the beginning I thought that everything would be based off of support, and that we would start off like that, like a rocket ship, because it was a good idea. Right. Everyone who starts something new, they say my idea is amazing. Right. And I've always said, but that's what you think. That's what other people think. Right. And now at this time, I just believe that it's just up to God. It's up to God, what's going to happen today, what's going to happen in my meeting tomorrow, what's going to happen in an hour from now.
Right.
Someone could call me and say, hey, I want to donate to you whatever X amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
Or there can be a call that I'm waiting for and they're telling me, no, sorry, we can't help you.
Where are you getting the funds?
Mostly from private donors.
Okay.
Right now, all is from private donors. We are trying to get into public resources, but we haven't been able yet.
Can you share some of your success stories and example how the foundation had made a difference in children's lives?
Well, actually, today we came from an event we're doing, which is one of our biggest projects for this year. It's called Guardians of Honor.
Okay.
And so it's going around schools, businesses, homes, and yes, looking if the flag is in good conditions. These people, it's called Sunflower Academy. They had their flag outside, amazing condition. They had it on a pole. When we stopped by at the school, they didn't have the flag out because it was already in the evening and they had taken it down. And so we went, hey, we don't see a flag outside, and we explained it to them, and they said, well, we do have a flag. It's in amazing condition, but we do want you to come out with the National Honor Society to teach them how to fold a flag, how to respect it, what to do, what not to do, all this stuff. And so it was just an amazing experience. The kids loved it. There were kids in their 10, 12, 13 years old in 8th grade. And just, it was an amazing experience that they got to be hands on hand, right on there with the flag, touching it. We brought her a veteran.
I saw the video. That was pretty nice.
Yeah, that wasn't a daycare we did last week. But yeah, we've been able to move a lot, and we're passing legislation for a project of art called, the Founding Fathers Month. We're doing a lot of things, and it's moving quickly, and this year brings a lot of hope.
You also have, like, once a month you go to a small business.
Yes.
And you do, it's like a puppet show.
Yes, it's called Virtues That Speak. That project's called Virtues That Speak. And so what we're doing is that we're going off with universal, like, fables, stories, kids' literature, and we're taking them and putting them into puppets. Because there's so many virtues in the old in the old literature, children's literature. There's so much virtue, so much things that kids can learn from, but the kids don't read that anymore.
Right.
And they might seem a bit boring. So we're putting them into puppets, we're putting them into activities, we're putting them into enjoyable things that they can have fun with. And this is actually one we've been doing the past 3 months that kids love it. It's called El Camarón Encantado from José Martí, La Edad de Oro. And so we actually made this illustration, it's a book full of illustrations. As you can see, every page is full with illustrations.
That's so
and
great.
so that kids can read it and they can actually enjoy it. And it's not something in black and white with these pages full of text.
You just started that on the Saturdays.
Yes.
And I saw, like, the first time you posted, I think you had a small crowd, but the last time, it was impressive. A lot of kids came.
No, and this time we haven't still uploaded anything, cause I just got the footage, but even more kids now.
I'm gonna bring my niece.
Yes.
My daughters are old, but I have a niece who's 4 years old. I'm definitely gonna bring her because it's important to know where you came from. It's important that you're bringing this because they don't talk about this in school.
Yeah.
And nowadays, schools talk about different things that it's not, I feel it's not age appropriate. So I love that you're bringing this kind of stuff.
Thank you.
What advice do you have for young people that want to get involved like you do? Because you get involved. You travel. You've gone to Washington to do protests. How do you, like someone who's scared to do this, what you're doing, what advice can you give them?
It's just finding something that you don't like. Find something, for example, if there's something wrong in your community, just go out and say, hey, I don't like this. And start talking with your neighbors. Start organizing. Start getting together and say, hey, let's go to the commissioners meeting. Let's go to the board meeting. Let's go to the city meeting. And let's say, hey, this is happening in our community. We don't like that. Let's change it. We can do something about it. And start organizing. That's just it. Organize people. Do grassroots. That's one of the most important things. Doing grassroots, getting out to the people, sharing your message, and say, hey, whatever for example, us, we want to do civic education for children. We want to pass our law in Florida. So,
sábado de cada mes abrimos la puerta de esta tienda a Patriot Kids Foundation con ese pequeño gigante que le decimos Danielito Ferrer, al que pido un fortísimo aplauso e invito a que venga para acá.
Pero mucha pena. They're very, scared. So, let's call them out. Ellos se llaman...
¡Atienda como me gusta! Parecida a ti. Bueno, ¿ustedes conocen a Es linda entonces, es linda. Es linda. Que yo podré complacer a tu mujer en lo que tú digas. ¿Seguro? Sí, 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 sí. ¿La vas a complacer en todo? Sí, 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 sí. Mira, te voy a soltar.
Primero y buscarme allá en la huerta un poquito de ajo y de cebolla.
Ajo.
So we go out and we start. If first of all, you go through the easiest way, which is
Right.
go in contact with your legislators.
Mhm.
They don't want to answer your door. Get petitions. Start signing petitions. Get those petitions, sign them, make sure it gets to this office and say, hey, look, the people of the community want a difference.
Right.
They want a difference, they want a change, and they want this implemented. They want this taken out. They want this made better. For not just for them, but for their children, for the next people who are coming into the community.
Right. I feel some people don't want to get involved because they're scared. At least we see that you have support.
Yeah.
You know, your family's always with you. And how can you give to those people that don't have support from anybody?
You know, like I was saying, I first believed that everything was based off of support. A lot of it is. But once you get a hold of it, you can find, hey, why do I need support if I can go myself, knock doors? I can go send emails, send letterheads.
Right.
We have
get
social media.
surprised, and you get surprised. You might go one time, and 2 or 3 people might support you, but you start growing.
Yeah. Social media. We have social media today, and we can move. We can use it, and we can share our message to millions of people. Imagine that a person in China can find something first than someone in the United States.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't mean because they're on the other side of the world means it gets later to them, but because even if an American doesn't look for it and they find it first, they're going to be the first ones to watch it.
Mm-hmm. So I have another question. I have a plan. People are asking me, is it true that you're planning to run for president?
Everyone asks me this.
Because we see that you have like such a passion, and I feel like you're a normal human being. Like when I say you're a normal human being, is that you're in the middle. You're not a politician. You know about politicians, but you are not born and raised in a politician world.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, when I ask, oh, he's coming to my show, they're like, is he going to run for president? Will he be running for commissioner in Miami-Dade? I'm like, I don't think he lives in Miami-Dade.
No. Yeah, no. I just leave that up to God. You know, I don't like to plan. I like to keep my things up. I do like to have goals. That is true. I like to have goals. I want to go to West Point. I like to put goals on myself to say, hey, keep your feet on the ground and just keep track of time. But those type of things that are farther future, I can leave that to God. I would like to, yeah, of course, but I would leave that to God.
So you don't have any plans right now. You're just letting God take control.
Yeah. I would like to. I'm not saying I won't. But I want to leave that to God because maybe there's something else I get more focused on. Maybe my place isn't just in the politician's world. Maybe it's more into the community.
Right.
That's something that can change from here to 20 years.
Correct. Yes. So the events that you have is every Saturday. You post on your social media. Yep. We're gonna tag them in social media.
Yes.
And do you have anything else to say to the young people that are following you or listening to you right now? Well,
yes. You guys can find more information about me on my Instagram. It's Daniel_Ferrer, Ferrer 2011. You can follow the Patriot Kids Foundation Instagram. It's brand new. We actually started 2 weeks ago. It's Patriot_Kids.Foundation.
And you're also doing a huge event.
Yes, we're preparing a lot of projects actually.
Oh, you include us.
Yeah, of course. I remember we were doing a big event and you sent me a message. Hey, can we come and cover the event? I'm like, of course you can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You for always supporting us.
No,
we met in a campaign, and I always say from day when I met you, I was like, he has like a shining star on him.
You.
So I am glad that you're doing this for the kids because they need it, and we're here to support you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Miami-Dade suena, noticias, negocios, el condado, tu ciudad entera, tu ciudad para. Política, arte y comunidad, todo lo que pasa en tu localidad. Conoce, aprende, vive tu condado, desde lo local hasta la federalidad. Green, la voz de Miami-Dade, tu podcast no te puedes perder. Dale play. Conoce, aprende, vive tu condado, desde lo local hasta la federalidad. Green, La voz de Miami da y tu podcast que no te puedes perder, dale play. Pequeños negocios, dueños, acción, lo que afecta a tu entorno y tu corazón. Arte, cultura y mucho más, Criam te mantiene en conexión. Yeah.